Imagine being able to step back into any moment of your life and experience it again exactly as it happened. Not just remembering it vaguely, but truly reliving it. Hearing every sound perfectly. Feeling every emotion with complete intensity. Smelling the air, sensing the temperature, hearing the voices of people who may no longer even exist. Every detail untouched by time. Every memory preserved forever with terrifying accuracy. At first, it sounds beautiful, but the deeper you think about it, the more dangerous it becomes. Human memory is one of the strangest systems ever created by nature. Most people imagine memories are stored like video recordings inside the brain, waiting to be replayed whenever needed. But neuroscience reveals something completely different. Memories are fragile reconstructions, constantly changing every time you remember them. Your brain edits, reshapes, and rewrites the past continuously. Emotions alter memories. New experiences distort old ones. Entire details disappear while others become exaggerated. In many ways, the past you remember is partly an illusion created by your present mind. And strangely, that imperfection may actually protect you. Forgetting is not always a flaw. It is part of how humans survive emotionally. Pain softens over time because memory fades. Embarrassing moments lose intensity. Grief becomes bearable partly because the mind gradually blurs emotional edges. Even trauma changes shape through memory reconstruction. The brain does not preserve the past perfectly because a perfectly remembered past might become psychologically unbearable. But imagine if technology suddenly changed that forever. Imagine a machine capable of recording and replaying memories with absolute precision directly inside consciousness. Every second of your life stored permanently. Every conversation, every mistake, every joyful moment accessible instantly. You could relive your childhood exactly as it happened. Hear the voices of lost loved ones again. Revisit moments you thought were gone forever. Humanity would initially see this as miraculous. Parents may replay memories of their children endlessly. Couples might relive their happiest moments repeatedly. People would preserve weddings, conversations, sunsets, and ordinary days they never want to lose. For the first time in history, humans could fight against time itself by preserving experience perfectly. Memory would no longer decay naturally. The past would remain permanently alive. At first, this may feel emotionally healing. Humans fear forgetting because forgetting feels connected to loss. When someone dies, memories become fragile treasures, slowly fading over years. People desperately hold on to photographs, videos, and objects because they fear the emotional disappearance of those they loved. Perfect memory replay could seem like victory over that pain, but hidden inside this dream is a terrifying psychological problem. Human beings are not designed to live permanently connected to the past. Memory fades for a reason. Emotional wounds heal because the brain allows time to soften them gradually. If memories remained perfectly vivid forever, emotional suffering may never fully end. Imagine replaying heartbreak with complete intensity years later, feeling the same pain exactly as it happened. Imagine reliving humiliation, grief, betrayal, trauma, or regret with no emotional fading at all. Painful memories could become psychological prisons because the mind would no longer naturally loosen its attachment to them over time. This becomes even more dangerous because humans already obsess over the past constantly. Regret, Nostalgia, guilt, and longing consume enormous amounts of emotional energy. People replay conversations in their minds endlessly, imagining different outcomes. Now imagine possessing the ability to revisit those moments perfectly instead of imperfectly. Many individuals may become addicted to memory itself. Why face uncertain reality when you can endlessly relive happier moments from the past? Some people may stop emotionally participating in the present altogether. Nostalgia could become more powerful than life itself. The past may begin feeling safer, warmer, and more emotionally satisfying than the unpredictability of reality. And perhaps this is where memory becomes truly dangerous. Humans already romanticize the past because memory naturally edits experiences emotionally. People remember childhood as simpler, relationships as happier, and old times as more meaningful, partly because the brain selectively filters emotional details. But with perfect replay, the emotional pull of the past may become overwhelming. Imagine replaying your happiest memory thousands of times. The first moment you fell in love, the last conversation with someone you lost, a childhood summer day before life became complicated. Eventually, many people may prefer memory over existence itself. Civilization could become psychologically trapped inside endless emotional repetition. Neuroscience suggests this may deeply alter identity too. Human personality depends partly on forgetting. People evolve because memories lose intensity over time, allowing emotional movement forward. Without forgetting, psychological growth may become difficult. The self could freeze around certain experiences permanently because emotional processing never fully completes. People with post-traumatic stress disorder frequently experience intrusive reliving of painful events with intense emotional realism. Perfect memory replay could unintentionally create similar psychological effects on a massive scale if painful experiences remain permanently accessible. At the same time, there is another unsettling question. Would memories still feel meaningful if they could be replayed endlessly? Part of what makes moments precious is their fragility. Humans treasure experiences because they disappear. Time gives meaning to experience through impermanence. Philosophically, perfect memory also changes the nature of truth itself. Right now, humans argue about memory constantly because recollection is subjective. Two people can remember the same event differently, but if memories become perfectly replayable, objective recordings of personal experience may exist. Relationships, legal systems, and society itself would transform dramatically. Imagine arguments where memories can be replayed exactly. Lies become harder, but so does forgiveness. Humans often heal relationships partly because details fade and emotional intensity decreases. Perfect memory may preserve conflict permanently. Every mistake remains vividly accessible forever. There is also the terrifying issue of privacy. Your memories contain your most intimate thoughts, fears, desires, and experiences. If memories become recordable or transferable technologically, who controls them? Governments, corporations, or hackers accessing human memory directly could create forms of surveillance more invasive than anything humanity has experienced before. And then there is the deeper existential problem. Humans do not merely live through experiences, they interpret them. But perfectly replayed memories may expose how differently reality actually unfolded compared to the stories humans tell themselves. Imagine realizing certain memories you romanticized were not truly as beautiful as you believed, or discovering moments you barely noticed emotionally were actually far more meaningful than you understood at the time. Perfect replay may challenge the psychological narratives holding identity together. Yet despite all these dangers, humans would still desperately crave this technology because memory is deeply connected to love. A parent hearing the laugh of a lost child again may willingly accept all psychological risks for one more moment of emotional connection. This reveals something profound about human consciousness. Humans are creatures haunted by time. Unlike animals mostly focused on immediate experience, people constantly travel mentally into the past and future. Memory allows humans to preserve identity across time, but it also creates suffering because people become emotionally attached to moments that no longer exist. Perhaps perfect memory replay would intensify this attachment until humans stop truly living in the present at all. The mind may become divided endlessly between reliving the past and fearing the future, while reality quietly disappears unnoticed in front of them. Ancient philosophies often warned about attachment to memory and illusion. Stoic thinkers emphasized accepting change rather than resisting it emotionally. Interestingly, modern neuroscience now reveals biological reasons why forgetting and emotional fading may actually be psychologically necessary. Forgetting is not simply loss. Sometimes forgetting is healing. The brain lets go gradually, so humans can continue moving through life without becoming emotionally trapped inside previous versions of themselves. Without that process, consciousness may become overwhelmed by accumulated emotional weight. And maybe that is why perfect memory feels so seductive yet dangerous simultaneously. Humans want to preserve beauty forever, but reality itself may depend on impermanence. Life flows because moments disappear. Identity evolves because memories soften. Emotional survival requires movement through time, not endless repetition of it. Still, imagine the temptation. One final conversation with someone gone forever. One more chance to relive childhood innocence before responsibility arrived. One more perfect day untouched by loss. Most humans would struggle to resist that power completely, because memory is where much of human love continues existing after time passes. But perhaps true wisdom lies not in perfectly preserving every moment forever. Perhaps wisdom means learning how to appreciate experiences fully while accepting their impermanence. The beauty of life may come partly from the fact that moments cannot be held permanently, no matter how deeply humans wish otherwise. Imagine carrying every moment of your life with total emotional clarity forever. Every grief, every embarrassment, every regret, every love. The mind may eventually collapse under the weight of perfect remembrance. Forgetting allows humans to survive psychologically inside time, and maybe that changes how we should think about memory itself. Perhaps memories are not meant to imprison humans inside the past forever. Perhaps they exist to teach, shape, and guide people forward while slowly releasing emotional intensity over time. If this video made you question memory, identity, and the fragile relationship between time and consciousness, leave your thoughts in the comments below. Would you truly want the ability to relive your memories perfectly forever? Or do you think forgetting is part of what allows humans to heal and grow? Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who loves deep psychological and philosophical questions. And until next time, Remember this: some moments are beautiful precisely because they can never be experienced exactly the same way again.